Good afternoon. Thank you to everyone for joining us today. I would like to welcome you to IDA's Learn About IDA Member Benefits webinar. I'm Rebecca Bishop-Hall, Manager of Member Services, and with me today is Dennis Carpenter, Director of Membership for IDA.
Hello.
Dennis, if you'd like to say hello.
Hello, everyone.
We look forward to detailing how you can take advantage of all IDA has to offer. Before we begin, we're going to go over some instructions on how to participate. You'll notice on your screen the viewer window is to the left and the control panel is on the right. The orange arrow allows you to open and close the control panel as you wish. You can also switch to full screen and you can hide the panel as well. Right now, all attendees are in listen-only mode and have been muted. In the audio pane, you'll notice you were defaulted to mic and speakers when you signed into the webinar. However, if you would like to use the telephone, simply click here and then dial in with the provided number. An audio pin will come up below the number. In the questions pane, please type in your questions when you have them. You also have the ability to raise your hand. This webinar is being recorded, and we will send out a link to the recording afterwards. Normally, we hold all questions and answers until the end of the webinar. However, if you do have a question, please go ahead and type that into the questions pane as we're moving along. We are champions, placemakers, and city builders. IDA members create, activate, and bring urban centers to life. More than 2,500 organizations across the globe look to IDA for ideas and best practices in urban place management, and we strive to go stronger every day. Through our rich body of knowledge and community building partnerships, IDA's strategies continue to help shape healthy and dynamic districts. Along with myself and Dennis, the rest of the wonderful IDA staff includes David Downey, our President and CEO, Tyler Brazil, Research Coordinator, Tracy Clemmer, Director of Corporate Relations, Carolyn Galutri, Director of Professional Development, Kathy Lynn, Director of Research, Allison Shashak, Marketing and Communications Manager, and Danielle Eugene, Operations Manager. We strive to bring you the most current information in place management, and to do so effectively, we'll need your most up-to-date information on how to contact you. Please also make sure we have any new staff members at your organization so that they are able to log in, access the website, utilize their benefits, get any emails that we send out on Tuesdays, and then our newsletter that goes out every Thursday. Also remember, one organizational IDA membership extends benefits to everyone, not just the primary contact. IDA also communicates with its members mostly through email. So us having your most updated email address is very, very important. You can contact me with any updates to that list.
We have a goal of acquiring 100 new members by December 31st of this year. And through IDA's membership referral campaign, we need your help. You can recommend IDA members to your membership, to your associates, those who you may know of who are not IDA members. And you can do this through our online portal, through the IDA website. To get to the portal, just look under the Community tab on the IDA website. That drop-down window will take you right there. And based on the number of recommendations that become new IDA members, that would make you eligible to receive a $500 voucher, which can be used for any IDA event or publication, or any other type of product, even including webinars. It also makes you eligible for a tablet or an annual conference registration. So we hope that you'll participate and take advantage of some of those cool gifts that you might qualify for. All the details are located on the website, again, under the Community tab. And of the 100 new members that we hope to gain, we have about 25 or 30 to go, so there's still time.
We would like to thank everyone that joined us for the annual conference and trade show in San Antonio, Texas, just a couple of short weeks ago. Session information is now available in Idea Connection on Member Forum, and the Master Talk presentations will be available on the IDA YouTube channel by next week. We also plan to introduce our Spring 2019 calendar in the next few weeks, so please be visiting the website and watching for those emails that come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays with more information about the upcoming spring events. IDA's Urban Place Management Narrative Toolkit provides a framework for communicating IDA members' commitment to shaping dynamic city centers all around the world. It includes positioning, key messages, and facts about the downtown management industry, which you can use to prepare for meetings, craft reports, and build presentations tailored to the specific interests of your peers. You can download the free toolkit on downtown.org. We also have business card-sized narratives that you can keep in your pocket, keep in your wallet, distribute to your board members so that they know exactly what you do. You can reach out to us if you would like to be mailed a few of those. We'll send those to you right away. The Emerging Leader Fellowship is getting stronger and stronger every year. Our participants gather in New York City for a week-long, educationally fulfilling experience during the summer. Our recent graduates would love to discuss the program. You can find their contact information in Idea Connection. Simply log in, click on member directory, and then you can look for any of these people who are on screen now by name, by location. We just finished our third class, so you can find the names of all of the classes on downtown.org under the Emerging Leader Fellowship tab. They would love to hear from you, answer all of your questions. Also, the 2019 application is now open, and please make sure that you apply by November 30th. Since 2016, a selection of the most pressing issues facing downtown urban centers has been addressed by IDA's top issue councils. These councils bring together industry leaders to produce research briefs on the top urban issues identified by IDA members in the areas of economy, experience, and partnership. This strategic initiative promotes the expertise of the profession and provides meaningful tools and information to IDA members. The 2018 council topics are economic development tools and incentives, inclusive places, nighttime economy, parking management, place branding, and urban transit. All of the 2018 reports are now available in the web store. You can get those as a PDF bundle, you can get them as a hard copy bundle, and you can also get them as singular PDFs. IDA webinars, like the one that you are attending right now, are a very simple way to learn what your peers are implementing throughout the year and catch up on conference sessions that you may have missed. Are you experiencing a downtown issue you would like IDA to cover? Please let us know. Your idea will be presented to the Professional Development Committee and could be featured. You'll note we've got 3 of our past webinars listed on the screen. Those webinars are a mix of sponsored webinars and people that spoke during our conference sessions. We also feature Downtown Achievement Award winners in these webinars. So when you attend the webinars, you really are getting best practices from a little bit of everything that IDA has to offer. You can find recordings of all of the webinars in our web store as well. If you have a spare minute while lunching at your desk, click over to the IDA YouTube channel. Like I mentioned before, you can search for International Downtown Association. We do have dozens of Master Talks from Atlanta, San Francisco, and Winnipeg, which are all IDA annual conferences. And like I said, next week, we will have the Master Talks from San Antonio up as well. Congratulations to all of our 2018 Downtown Achievement Award winners. If you are interested in reviewing those summaries and presentations, they are available online. You can click on the awards tab and download if you'd like and read and review. The 2019 submission process is going to begin in the spring, so please keep an eye out for that information.
IDA has many committees filled with dedicated volunteers who work with the organization staff to grow membership, decide on educational content, and create new research publications. So this is an opportunity to really become ingrained within the industry of place management and to actually help steer the industry itself. So if you have had a desire of being in a leadership position on a national association, which could lead to also serving on the board of directors, this is a great opportunity. So being a member, you have access to all the resources that Rebecca and I have been presenting to you so far this afternoon. But don't forget that you also have access to these leadership opportunities. So if you're interested in serving on one of IDA's committees, please contact David Downey, the president and CEO of the association. And we welcome volunteers from all levels of staff, not just those who are the president, CEOs, or executive directors, but also those who are in management and director level roles. Again, this is a great opportunity to bolster your personal bio and profile and to become ingrained even more so within the industry.
Our top issue council reports cover a wide range of issues that members have said are important to them. 2016 and 2017 reports are also available for purchase in the IDA web store. An announcement for volunteers for the 2019 round of top issues councils will be sent out in January. Yet another reason why we need those up-to-date email addresses so that you can keep up to the minute on all the information on these volunteer positions. Some other publications that we have available are the 2017 Staffing and Salary Survey Report, the Quantifying the Value of Canadian Downtowns Report, and the Creative Placemaking Toolkit. Remember, you've got to sign in with those membership credentials when you purchase your publication to receive the number rate.
And this is a great opportunity to use the data that's in, for example, the salary survey report, both internally and externally. It's a great way to establish benchmarks. And coming from the annual conference in San Antonio, Rebecca and I, we were at the membership booth and within the exhibit space, and we recall a member coming to the booth, just looking at some of the other research reports that we had on the table that we were offering for sale. And she had mentioned that she had purchased the salary survey report and how that was so instrumental to her being able to ask for more money from her board when she was interviewing for an executive director position with a bid, and she really thanked us for that. So it was really good to see how a member was able to use that, and for us to receive firsthand experience of just how life-changing something like that could be. So be sure to take advantage of it.
Inspired by IDA, our weekly e-newsletter is the perfect place to highlight your downtown photos, news mentions, and achievements. If you or your organization was recently featured in the media and would like to include it in our newsletter, please feel free to email Allison. Her email is there, allison@downtown.org. Also, I'll add her to your press list. If you aren't already receiving the newsletter, you can go to the website and subscribe. Are you looking for your next team member? Our Downtown Career Center allows you to list career opportunities, and members can also post their resumes anonymously. Posting a job ad is $75 for members and $250 for non-members, while posting an RFP is free. And finally, we get to Idea Connection, what we have been talking all about and mentioning several times. This is our member-to-member forum. It's the perfect place to join or start a discussion with your peers, share documents and best practices in various online communities, and search the resource library. If you are not one of the more than 550 users that have already logged in, what are you waiting for? All members receive an open forum email every day filled with the latest topics of discussion, and you can also join one of our online communities. Very easy, simply log in with those IDA member credentials, and you can begin to post your questions, reply to other members' questions, and go ahead and look at some of that research.
And as Rebecca mentioned, this is one of the core benefits of IDA that members really take advantage of. This is a space where, as Rebecca mentioned again, you can ask questions, you can answer questions, but even a little deeper, it's an opportunity to be a thought leader. So just like volunteering on committees, it can help build your brand and bolster your reputation. Being a thought leader by contributing answers to questions that members may have through Idea Connection also does that. It allows you to be known as a major contributor and thought leader to a particular subject, and that could lead to invitations to present, speaking roles. So just keep that in mind with the Idea Connection venue. It could lead to a lot of opportunities. And of course, one of the mottos within IDA is to not reinvent the wheel, just use what others are doing, repurpose it, steal it. Many IDA members will tell you, frankly, that that's what they do, and it's welcomed. So utilize this space. Have questions posted, and you'll get a global response. And if you see a question that you can answer, answer it. Help establish your brand and become a thought leader. IDA has several partnerships with organizations excited to work with you.
You can find out more about our partnerships with Stantec Urban Places, City Post, and Springboard under the Community tab online. Another benefit of membership is having your downtown highlighted on the IDA's homepage. You can send in pictures and information about your town or city, and we will work with you on launching that information. If you are interested in showing off your downtown, you can email Allison for more details. And shouting out Allison one last time, she would love to tag you on social media. If you send her your Twitter handles, your Facebook pages, your YouTube channel, anything that you are using social media-wise to advertise your downtown and represent your downtown or city out there in the universe, we want to know about it. Again, please email her, give her a call. She'll work with you on how we can utilize that social media. We have about 5 minutes left in our presentation. So I am going to very quickly see if we can get over to our homepage and do a very brief overview of, I've been mentioning, Dennis has been mentioning, just go to the website and all of the stuff is available to you. So very first thing that I would like to mention is your member sign-in button right here. This is what you need to be doing first whenever you come to our page. You sign in with those membership credentials, and not only is that going to get you access to Idea Connection and all the resources, but that also guarantees that you will get that member pricing that we were mentioning, and that's in reference to publications, that is registration when it comes time for conferences, that's when you want to apply to be an ELF or submit for Downtown Achievement Award. All of that is done through your membership credentials. So definitely visit here first. Right above that is the web store that we've been talking about. This is where you'll find those top issue council reports. This is where you'll find the webinar recordings of past webinars. This is where the staffing and salary survey is. So please make sure you come and check out our web store here. If you need to get in contact with any of us, not just myself or Dennis, all of the contact information for IDA staff is listed here. This is the partners page that I was mentioning. This is also where you'll be able to come and find information about IDA's leadership. Our board of directors are listed here. You can come and check out all of those committees. Under our education tab, in just a couple of weeks, this is where we'll have those 2019 spring events. So as you can see, we've still got annual conference highlighted. However, all of the information looks very similar to this, except it'll be for 2019. Under the resource tab, of course, that's where you have all of the information about what research is working on. You can also find more information about those top issues councils, which is located here. And then also, if you're interested in the value of U.S. downtowns and center cities, you can download that report right from here. The narrative that we mentioned, this is where you can get the narrative information online, and you can also download that information right from this page. Career is linked to jobs. And below, but this is where our career center is, and you can log in. Once again, you post the job here. You'll see featured jobs lined up down here at the bottom, and then awards. As I mentioned, our 2018 Downtown Achievement Award winners are here. They are listed by category, and then you'll see they're broken out between clinical winner, excellence winner, and certificate of merit winner. You can click on the summary for any of these, and also the full project, which means the PDF information of what they submitted. And lastly, I will take you out to where Idea Connection is. If you scroll down, right-hand side of the homepage, it is going to ask me to log in because that is one of the benefits of being an IDA member. And if ever you forget your password, please contact me and I can reset that for you. You'll notice on Idea Connection, when this comes up, the very first page is going to be the list of those conversations that are generated daily. This is also going to be what you receive in those emails that come out Monday through Friday. So you'll get all of the latest discussions, and you can click on them right through the email that comes to your inbox. This is also where we have our listing of the communities. And as I mentioned, for anyone that attended the annual conference and trade show, all of that information is right under here. And then this is also where you can come and look for people in the member directory, do a quick search, and then everybody's information will populate like that. So hopefully you have learned a lot on this webinar and we have answered your questions. I don't see that any questions have come in directly. However, if you do have questions later after we end, please feel free to reach out to Dennis and myself. You can contact him, Dennis@downtown.org, and then myself, Rebecca@downtown.org. We would be happy to walk you through where things are on the website, an Idea Connection, any of those benefits that we've been explaining. We have also recorded this webinar, so not only can you revisit all of the information that we've given you, but you can also send that link to your board members, send it to your staff members, send it to your peers. We want everybody who is a member of IDA, and even those organizations and people who are not yet members of IDA, to understand just how much we can do for them and help you out in your day-to-day activities. Thank you to everybody for joining us. Our next webinar is going to be February 2019. We hope that you can use all of this information to your advantage, and we look forward to continuing to work with all of you.